Hey, yo. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to show you guys my stats. I don't do this video too often, but I get asked this so much, man. And there's so many stats to go through. So I'm going to go a little bit more of a deep dive into all my stats, why I have them, and what I'm working towards in my 29,000 day hardcore world. I've been playing in this world for an extremely long time, so let's get into this. First and foremost, what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a trick, because when stats get extremely big, you need to basically like mess around with some stuff. So we're going to click on our language. We're going to click on this uni code font, and it's going to change up my entire font so we can actually see our stats a little bit better. All right. So see how it basically changes it up? This is basically going to help me be able to look at my stats without any overlap. So we're going to start over here in general. A lot of this stuff is pretty straightforward, to be honest. You know, animals bred, armor pieces clean. I probably clean a lot more armor pieces than a lot of other people because, you know, I just use a lot of like armor stand stuff in this world. Bells rung, working my way up to 1 million. Not really. Cake slices eaten, though most of those were accidents. You know, I'm just gonna kind of like scroll through here unless there's something that really stands out to me that I'm like kind of working towards, if you guys want to check those out. Games quit. Obviously, I've quit a lot of games. Don't really do a whole lot of fishing, to be honest with you. We've searched quite a few hoppers. Gonna come down here. I don't even know what the heck we're using cartography tables for, but I guess we're out here. Jumps, dude. 3.6 million jumps. Hey, yo. So that's pretty cool. Items dropped. I feel like that should be a lot higher, but I don't know. Like, I feel like that should totally be a lot higher. I don't know what that means. Mobs killed. So I'm working towards 1 million mobs killed. I think that'd be really cool. But I'm trying to do it in a little bit of a different way than what a lot of people do. We got our note blocks, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, this is hardcore, so 0 deaths. Almost 1,000 plants potted. I don't have anybody else in this world. Obviously, like I said, hardcore. We're in this world alone. I don't have a raid farm. So like the way that I do raids is I step into an arena of a coliseum like a gladiator, and I fight my raids. I've won most of my raids. Some of the raids that I've lost are actually just raids that I've like stolen, like what are they called, ravagers from and stuff like that. Shulker box is open. Our sneak time stat, pretty thick, almost 80 freaking days of sneak time. I think that's pretty cool. Talk with traders, we're up there. Okay, so this is like probably the coolest stat right here. I didn't know that when you've played Minecraft for an extremely long time in the same world, Minecraft will actually convert you over to years. So I'm at 83% of a year, which is around roughly the 7,200 hours in this world, roughly. Because it could be more, it could be less. It only goes up by almost every 100 hours or whatever it is in here. Time with world open. So that's going to be, I think that's a little bit of a different stat because I think that was introduced a little bit later on. This world was started in 1.15. Time slept in bed. I sleep. Traded with villagers. 1 million trades with villagers. I thought that was a pretty big advancement. So I have a thing in this world where I try to get as many things into the 1 millions as I possibly can. It's called the 1 million club. All right, let's go into mobs now. So mobs are going to be a bit different. You're going to see there's a lot of like weird animals that I've killed a lot of. That's just because like I kill animals for their heads in my world, for the more mob head data pack that I get through vanilla tweaks. So don't freak out and be like, oh my god, Link, why have you killed 210 cod? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, bruh, just using the heads. I have a creeper farm. Don't need to kill too many creepers. Honestly, dolphins are probably one of my least favorite mobs, so deserved. Drowns. We have a drown farm, so we're at 12,000. Elder Guardians. We've taken down our fair share of temples and stuff like that. We got the Ender Dragon 23 times. We only needed to kill it 20 times to open up all the gateways. Enderman, I don't really use a whole lot of Enderman farms as my main source of experience. I don't really feel like they give you that much experience, and we're going to dive into that a little bit later because actually experience is like a lot to learn about. But it's just it's like XP orb size. I think they only drop like 5 experience, but it's like split between like 2 orbs that are like 2.5 experience each. And they get laggy and stuff. They used to get laggy, now it clumps. But anyways, that's like a whole nother story. Evokers, endermites, foxes, frogs. We filled 5,400 gas. So this is a stat that I'm working towards. The Guardians. So I have a pretty crazy Guardian farm. It was designed by Nimbomb. He doesn't have a step-by-step tutorial to how this farm is built, but it's insane if you could figure it out. Basically, it works a lot on like portals and stuff like that. I can kill up to like 700, 800 Guardians in a single TNT blast, which is amazing. So I'm working my way up to 1 million Guardians killed in this world. I am 32% of the way there. Hoglins, we got horses. Don't really kill a whole lot of Huss. Iron golems, yeah, right. Got to stay away from those guys. Those guys are tough. Magma cubes, killed 13,000 of those guys, mainly because of my my perimeter in the nether. It's gonna kind of scroll through here. Piglins, I guess, are up there. Piglin brutes are kind of up there. I definitely have taken down my fair share of bastions. I've done 13 bastions in one day. I think it was 13. It might be more. Pillagers, obviously, through the raids that we do. I'm gonna scroll down here. Shulkers, killed a lot of shulkers because I don't have a shulker farm. Not yet, at least. We'll get to that in due time. Slimes are up there at 11,000. Killed 2 sniffers, but they deserved it. Snow golems, spiders, you know, strays, tadpoles, llamas, all this stuff. So I'm just gonna let you guys kind of look. 3,280 vexes, I feel, is a little bit of a flex. I feel like most people don't kill their vexes because a lot of people use raid farms nowadays. I really want to hit 10,000 for that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Killed 19 wardens, resident sleeper, withers, killed 1,772. Wither skeletons. So this was my primary source of experience before I built my guardian farm. This is obviously a really good way to get wither skulls, coal blocks, bone blocks, experience, all that kind of stuff. So super handy farm to have just from the drops that you get through wither skellies and stuff like that. Zoglins. I basically killed every mob in the game. All right, let's get into this. We'll start at not times mined. Hello. We'll just start from this. We'll start from the highest and work our way down. So 2.7 million netherrack. I have another perimeter, like I said. Recently hit 2 million stone, so that's pretty cool. I've also used over 500,000 stone, which I think this is the real flex. Anybody can remove blocks, but replacing these blocks just kind of shows how much you've built in your world. I use a lot of netherrack for mapping out my blocks. I use a lot of this for like terraforming and stone. So I've cleaned out my entire end island. I'm sure you could probably find a short or something like that over on the YouTube channel, which, I mean, you're here. So if you like the video and you want to join the, you know, the journey, drop a like, drop a follow, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, we have almost at 900,000 endstone. I really should have made it to 1 million, so I could have gotten that into the 1 million club. That would have been pretty dang cool. Basalt up there. Sand, I'm trying to get this guy up to 1 million. I think that will be my next one I really try to push for. Deep slate, like I don't use any mobs to mine things faster, just so you guys know. So like this is not, you can't haste mine this. You can't haste mine this. This is like, ugh. You know what I mean? We've all dug a lot of deep slate, you know what I mean? I live in a mesa, so I do get a lot of terracotta. Grass blocks, dirt, basically almost neck and neck. Blackstone's up there. This is when I had to remove my my nether fortress. So that's going to be in the 100,000s. Which, surprisingly enough, I guess andesite, diorite, and granite are all kind of like the same. Same thing goes with gravel. So I guess they're kind of like commonly seen throughout the world at the almost like the same level. I don't know what the exact math is on that. I don't have an automated tree farm, and I get asked this all the time. Why don't you have an automated tree farm? And this is why right here. I have over 100,000 spruce logs mined in my world, and I don't feel like there's a whole lot of people who would do that nowadays. So I do things a little bit more traditionally when it comes to my stats. Like I said, Mesa, 100,000 of that. Working our way down here. Nothing else really like kind of stands out. I mine a lot of leaves through my tree farm. Do a lot of the black concrete. Moss. Moss is up there for times of place. I am replacing my entire mesa, and I'm replacing it with like moss. I'm calling it the mossa to make it more of like a lush green environment. You guys can check that out in like a world tour or something like that if you guys want. I've placed over 158,000. Skulk, love skulk, dark oak log. So yeah, you guys will just see I basically love to just I basically do everything by hand. And this is exactly why. I want to see my stats grow over time. And I don't really want to cut corners. I use a lot of black shulker boxes. These, like, if you guys have seen my my ender chest loadout video over on the channel, this is just stuff that can go through my auto sorter. There's a reason for that. Netherwort, done a lot of netherwort. I have a pretty big netherwort farm with all A's that help me like kind of collect up everything up. So, done a lot of draining. I'm just gonna scroll through here. 12,000. I'm actually gonna be working on removing all of my end pillars in the end. So this number is gonna be a number that's gonna be jumping pretty good here in a bit. And then everything else I kind of feel is kind of standard. I have placed a lot of sea lanterns in this world, almost 50,000. I used to use these guys for my fog effects, but now I use frog lights. There's also a tutorial of that on how the heck to make a fog effect. I absolutely love fog effects. Love bone blocks too. I've placed 19,000 of them. They're good for building houses. So this is like my cyan box. Obviously, this one's going to be up there too. This is stuff that doesn't go through my auto sorting system. So if I have to like manually do anything. So yeah. This is it. Let me know if there's anything that jumps out to you guys, and let me know what your guys' most proud stats are in your world. I feel as if stats can be an extremely motivating tool in any gameplay. Really, I'm very motivated by stats. I love to see like it's kind of like showing your work, right? You don't really understand a grind until you've basically are able to see somebody's work. I've mined over 3,000 deep slate diamonds. It kind of just gives a little bit of a different perspective on like what has been done in this world. I've mined over 2,454 regular diamond ore because I've been in this world since 1.15, where diamond ore generated at a different layer. So that's a little bit of a different stat. Those are supposed to be a little bit more rare nowadays, but I find them pretty commonly in my world. All this sugarcane probably would have been like pretty early on in the world when I was like hand mining sugarcane. Roots obviously a pretty big thing. I have only done 2000, 12 ancient debris, so I'm nowhere even near a beacon, but I don't prioritize that. I feel like everybody's done a netherite beacon. I don't really want to follow that trend. I want to just build cool stuff. And then I've also placed 280. I use this sometimes as a building block, and it's really cool. It's a beautiful building block. Then you got all your other standard stuff going through here. Nothing. I don't really think anything else down here really like jumps out, but I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of a scroll just so everybody can kind of see what's up. I'm sure most of you guys are probably clicked off. I mean, if you haven't, put a 1 inside the chat or inside of the comment section. It'd be interesting to see who's basically all the way down here. But yeah. Pretty straightforward, man. I don't know how this would differ from a lot of you guys. Obviously, I don't do a lot of redstone, so a lot of like big redstoners would probably be like, bruh, only 1,000? I've got a farm that uses like 1,200, bruh. Beacons 957. It's kind of hard to gauge these, so a lot of the times these aren't active beacons. A lot of them are active beacons, but a lot of them are just for decoration. Using a lot of smithing tables for like building and stuff like that. Love using campfires. They're absolutely amazing in building. These weird looking thingies. No, I'm kidding. Those are repeaters. Like I said, don't TNT dupe. So I don't duplicate anything. So this is all placed. I think I've placed 56,000. I think that's the number right here. This column. This might be crafted. This might be placed. That would make sense. And then used. I don't know why used is only 805. And that might be just like the amount that I've actually lit with my flint and steel. I don't know if shooting it with a flame bow really counts towards your stats. I'd probably have to look into that. It probably doesn't. I don't see it counting. I've actually used quite a bit of coarse flowers. And builds too. Turtle eggs, they come in handy. Whenever you're building like a zombie farm or gold farm, whatever. Farmland. Now we're kind of like really trickling down here. So this is like probably newer blocks or blocks I just really don't use a whole lot of. I'm just kind of interested to see what the first block is that I haven't even mined. Just because I get asked that question so frequently. Like, what's one block that you haven't mined? There's actually a lot of blocks I haven't mined. Weirdly enough. Just kind of interested to see what it would be. Because there's a lot of, like, obscure blocks in this game. There's a lot of blocks in this game, man. So, yeah, there's this. Oh, that's a little bit fast. I've actually broken 22,200. What am I talking about? 225 monster spawners. I think that's pretty cool. Don't need to keep every single spawner in your world. So I just try to like kind of like get that stat up there, you know what I mean? Got this brand new flower. Got the comparators, which I'm just starting to kind of learn how those things work. Man, they're cool. So we're really getting down here now. You guys could probably like slow down the video if you'd like. I'm just gonna kind of like zoom my way down here, and I'm gonna see what we have and what we have not used. So what do we got here? What's the block, dude? What's the first block we haven't mined? Yeah, like cracked deep slate. Like hello, dude. I've found like 37 deep slate emerald ores. I think that's pretty cool. Because they are kind of rare, but every time I find them in batches of 2, which is really cool. So +2 to the stats, big stonks. Okay, here we go. My guess is I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be a candle of some weird sort. That's gonna be like the item. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, dude? The very first item that I have not flippin' mined in this world is a candle. I flippin' knew it, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of weird candles that I just haven't done. Like, how do you mine seeds? I guess a lot of this stuff you can't really like farm. But that's actually kind of funny. Obviously, you've never mined the dragon egg. Can't mine that thing. We got shirts. Oh, I've not even seen these things, actually. Oh, look at the trims, dude. Made a lot of trim in this world. Yeah, you can tell, like, I think this one is, yeah. What is that one? Silence? That one's the most popular one. Well, actually, maybe not, actually. Rib. Seems like a lot of people are liking rib. In my world. Upgrade template to 82 times, you know. That's just cool, man. And like I said, go back into here, go back in your language, and then you just turn off the unifont. Boom. Done. Let me know how that differs from your guys' stats. Let me know if that answers any of your questions, or if you have any questions. I'll see you guys probably in the 30,000 day world tour.